everyone, welcome back to English with Amrita. We typically have a vocabulary of about 500 words, owing to which we use the same words everywhere. Today, we shall learn about smart English verbs and modern expressions that you can use in place of 4 ordinary expressions. Yes, no, nice and very good. Now these are some of the expressions that we use every day in our speech or in writing. So let's spend the next few minutes on learning the advanced phrases and words that you can use every day and sound like a native speaker. Don't want to be a word bore, right? So let's get going. Let's look at the first word, yes. I'm quite sure most of us don't even remember when we learned this word or when we learned to say yes for the first time. But we have been saying it all our life. I've got 5 alternatives for you to replace yes. Yep or yeah. Yep and yeah are alternatives to yes that can only be used informally among people you know well. Do not use it in formal settings, especially in front of your boss. They convey a casual attitude. For sure. This is a more informal youth slang meaning for sure or certainly. It can be an answer to an offer that says, I've got 2 movie tickets for the latest release of Rajinikanth. Would you like to tag along? And you're like, for sure. You could also say, I would love that. In informal situations, when someone's making a request to you, say, could you pass the bottle of sauce please? And you're like, of course. That means, yes, I shall definitely pass the bottle of sauce to you. No worries. Now this is actually an Australian English expression. Australians tend to have a rather relaxed attitude towards life. And this expression totally captures that unstressed, chilled out feeling. Example, would you mind lending me your car for the day? And you say, sure, no worries. I would love to or I would be delighted. This one is of course used when you don't just want to say yes, but you're absolutely happy to accept the request. For example, say your boss asks you if you could join him to the business trip to London. Now you wouldn't say no, right? So remember to use it for situations that are likely to delight you. Certainly or definitely. Certainly and definitely both mean more or less the same thing. You use them in answer to a request. For example, your manager asks you to finish some paperwork before the end of the day and you're like, absolutely or by all means. By all means is very similar to certainly or definitely, but this one is a little more enthusiastic. It shows that you really want to help. Could I have a glass of water please? By all means. That means I'll get it right away for you. Let's look at the second commonly used word, no. There are so many situations in which we need to say a no, but it's not always polite to reply with a no because that sounds too direct and blunt. Saying no can be really difficult because you don't want to upset the person that you're saying no to. The first one is certainly not. This one's used when you want to refuse something confidently or in a strong and clear way. Say your friend cracks a joke on you and then asks you if you felt offended and you did not feel so. You could say, certainly not. You could also say, no way, I'm an easygoing person, so no offense felt. Next one is not really, which is used when you are not certain or definite. For example, you're bored at home and your sibling asks you if you would want to watch some web series and you aren't that interested. You can say, no, not really. Guys, just a quick reminder before we move on to the next way of saying no. Spoken English can be developed over a period of time by continuous practice, and my channel is going to help you do exactly that. So don't forget to subscribe here. Moving on. In formal situations, when someone offers you something but you can't do it, you can say, I appreciate the offer but I can't, or I would love to but I can't. For example, say someone at your workplace has asked you out on a coffee date but you can't go because you have some other plans in place already. You can say, I appreciate the offer but I can't come. I'm good. Now this one can be used at the dining table. For example, you have some dessert in your plate and the waiter asks you or offers you some more. Instead of saying no directly and being rude, you can say, I'm good. That means, I do not want any more of it. You don't always want to explain yourself when telling someone a no. Still, it's often more considerate to provide a straight up no rather than a no response. People do not like to wonder whether it is a yes or a no. For example, if you say, I can't help with that, that sounds too direct and impolite. On the other hand, if you say, sadly, I'm afraid I can't help with that, sounds courteous and better. Nice or very nice? Guys, I've recently uploaded a video that teaches you many alternate words that can replace nice in our daily conversation, along with the example sentences and everyday situations. You can go to the video by clicking here. Let's look at the next commonly used word, very good. Marvelous. Marvelous comes from the word marvel, which means something that leaves you awestruck or wondering in a positive way. It is used to emphasize something that is very good. For example, the Pangong Lake in Leh Ladakh is a marvelous location to relax and enjoy. Another alternative to very good is exceptional. This is used to describe someone or something that is just too good. It stands apart from the rest of its kind. We can use it to describe a person who is talented and possesses a lot of skills. We can also use it to describe a service that is high quality or one of its kind. For example, Raj did an exceptional job at hosting the party for his associates. The next alternative is fantabulous. It's a combination of fantastic and fabulous. It means excellent or superb. Example, Maldives was one of the prettiest places I've ever been to. The scenery there was fantabulous. Outstanding. When we describe someone or something as outstanding, that means it is exceptionally good. Example, the service at the resort was outstanding. I would highly recommend you to visit there. Top notch. This is an informal everyday expression used to describe something of high quality, something that is first class. His level of fitness has to be top notch for him to play professional cricket. English language has a lot of other alternate words and phrases that can replace these daily used words that I taught you. But even if you keep in mind the words that you learned in this particular lesson, that would help you tremendously in daily conversation. So guys, if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, do comment with the word that you loved the most.